So let's just close the door. And these are for bushcraft, and you put sawdust and melted candle wax that you melt on a camping butane stove or equivalent, any kind of home stove, and you melt the candle wax on the stove, and then you put the melted candle wax in with the sawdust in the second-hand egg containers. Then you can cut them into things, and they are then fire starters. Homemade non-toxic fire starters. Anyway, next topic, armour. So, if here we go. So, just a kind of a hobo stove, and we could use that as a hot plate, but that's not what we're gonna talk about. Let's talk about if that was a hat, an armoured hat. You know, just bear with me. Then, like a kabuto or a Western style hat, metal hat for armour. You can grab the bottom, but it's not like a gi because it's fabric, like a gi would move, you see, and it's malleable, it's soft, you can grab it, it's movable. Whereas generally the armour, the rim of the armour would stay solid, so maybe slightly like rock climbing rather than fabric or a gi. So it's I'm not sure how to say, but if you got your hand inside the hat, you could hook onto it, but it wouldn't flex the way fabric does, or a gi. So it's a kind of, well, I don't know how to describe it, but the armoured hat you can hook into the rim, and again, whether it's a Japanese kabuto or a Western style armour, the hat you can grab on through the rim, and if you had gauntlets or samurai mittens or chainmail, anything, it might give your hand a bit of protection, or even leather heavy duty gloves, anything armoured, padded, might give a bit of protection against the digging in. So you could do, I suppose you could do that way, but I would be more inclined to go that way. But if that's all you've got, that's all you've got. But these are concepts for armoured grappling. Is the shoulder plates too. So if it was like here with the rim, you could hook onto the rim on anything that's plated, armoured, lobster armour, anything. Yeah, you can grapple. So I don't have any on me, but if you were wearing here, you can grab in. Chainmail, maybe a bit like a metal gi. Maybe you can grab more with chainmail, I'm not sure. Yeah, so that's just grappling in armour, which the word is so dilute now and so vague that it's like the term the West and Western, and it's almost losing its meaning. But yeah, to grips in armour, really. Grips might be a better word. You see. So yeah, armoured grips or armoured grappling. Just finding solid plates, and you can hook into them a bit like the sleeve of a gi. gambeson, akiton, or Japanese versions of those as well as Western. They are fabric, they are padded armour, so you can actually kind of grab them a bit like a ringing jacket. But as far as metal armour, the most grabbable type would probably be chainmail. And you can do all your takedowns in armour, as well as gi and no gi, single leg, double leg, hip, torso, goshi, etc. Yeah, headlock, throw, or headlock ugoshi hip with a headlock, arm grip or arm position. So you can do all your takedowns, gi, no gi, and armour. So the idea would be for funding or to rent both, and because I don't really have the money to buy that, so funding for one, but also some sort of co-op or collaboration or alliance, because I notice a lot of systems, for whether it's accidental or deliberate or a third reason, they don't seem to talk to each other. So you would try and have the systems talking to each other, like BJJ and no-gi and WMA and Hema, and like TMA, traditional martial arts, like Japanese Jiu-Jitsu, Triple J. So you'd have the different systems talking to each other. At least I get the logistical problem and that maybe there's large differences, but at least some of the time, let's just say at least some of the time, doesn't have to be 100% or even 80%, just a little bit of holistic, bigger picture, rather than every system in its own box kind of thing. So it will be more energy efficient if the different systems, so again, BJJ, no gi, judo, Western wrestling, or MMA, tried to, and then the Hema and the WMA people tried to find common ground, and experimental archaeology as well, find common ground that would save energy efficiency, or rather it would create energy efficiency or increase it, create shortcuts and things and paths energy efficiency wise, and funding, but also cross comparing of notes between different systems would be helpful, just like Randall Carlson would do with his geology or mythology and folklore, comparing the different notes and everything in its box kind of thing, because it's not, things are separate systems, but also things can flow, they're not like 100% just isolated, like say chemistry, physics, biology, maths. There's some, is chemical physics or biological chemistry or biological physics, things can, like there can be a soft border between things even though they can still be separate things, so it can kind of be both. But I see that with the martial systems there's a very closed off kind of thing nowadays, so it would be good if they talk to each other. And experimental archaeology, WMA, Hema, and the BJJ, no-gi and MMA, if they sort of had a slight symposium or whatever, cross comparing of notes and cross training is a good word. That would be quite a good progression. Anyway,